quiet felt like safety, like a secret kept between your skin and mine. We didn't need the words to keep us steady. We were reading all the gaps between the lines, but the air has turned a different shade of heavy, and the us we used to be is losing light. Now the hush they used to feel so sweet and ready is the monster sleeping in our bed tonight. I'm loud inside my head just to stay awake, counting every breath that I'm forced to take. I look across the table and I see the ghost of the person that I used to love the most. And the silence is getting older every day, growing gray and bitter in the things we don't say. It's a wall we didn't build, but we're trapped behind a cold and hollow echo of a love we can't find. It used to be a comfort, now it's just a scream, ripping through the fabric of a dying dream. It's heavy, it's cold, and it's colder than a shoulder. Yeah, our silence is just getting older. The clock upon the mantle is a hammer, pounding out the seconds of the life we've lost. I'm searching for a spark, a tiny stammer, anything to justify the lonely cost. You're staring at your phone like it's a lifeline. I'm staring at the patterns on the floor, searching for the exit or a road sign to tell me what we're even waiting for. And the silence is getting older every day, growing gray and bitter in the things we don't say. It's a wall we didn't build, but we're trapped behind a cold and hollow echo of a love we can't find. It used to be a comfort, now it's just a scream, ripping through the fabric of a dying dream. It's heavy, it's cold, and it's colder than a shoulder. Yeah, our silence is just getting older. Speak to me, break it, just throw a glass down. Anything's better than this ghost town. Call me a liar or tell me we're through, just don't let the silence stay between me and you. still set the table for two out of habit. Then I catch my breath when I see the empty chair. There's a silence in the hallway where your laughter used to be, and a weight inside my chest that's getting hard to bear. I try to keep the windows closed to hold on to your scent, but the seasons change and the memories start to fade. I'm living in a house that's now a monument to every single promise that we ever made. Now there's one less shadow dancing on the wall, one less set of footsteps in the hall. The clock is ticking louder, but the time is standing still. I'm trying to move on, but I don't know if I will. The world keeps turning, but my world's gone gray since the part of me that loved you went away. It's a heavy kind of quiet, a rhythm ripped apart, just the hollow, lonely thumping of one less heartbeat. I saw your favorite jacket at the back of the shelf, and for a second I forgot that you were gone. I reached out to touch it, then I remembered myself and how the nights are getting colder at the dawn. I'm learning how to breathe without your air in the room, and how to speak without your name on my tongue. But every happy ending feels like a kind of doom when I'm still singing songs we should have sung. 'Cause there's one less shadow dancing on the wall, one less set of footsteps in the hall. The clock is ticking louder, but the time is standing still. I'm trying to move on, but I don't know if I will. The world keeps turning, but my world's gone gray since the part of me that loved you went away. It's a heavy kind of quiet, a rhythm ripped apart, just the hollow, lonely thumping of one less heart. turned the light out hours ago to find some peace in the dark, but I can still see your outline, like a brand, like a permanent mark. I changed the sheets and I moved the bed to the other side of the room, but there's a shape in the corner that won't stop feeding on the gloom. I went out to the city, try to lose myself in the crowd, but your name is a whisper that somehow stays too loud. The sun goes down, but the sun is a liar. It doesn't take a ghost away when the day expires. Most things vanish when the candles burn out low, but you're the only silhouette that won't let go. You're the shadow that won't leave, the dark that won't depart, a stain across the floor and a weight across my heart. I can run into the morning, I can hide beneath the rain, but you're tethered to my footsteps, a phantom in the vein. Everybody else moved on, they're walking in the sun, but I'm still haunted by the ghost of what we could have become. Yeah, you're the shadow that don't leave. I saw a coat that looked like yours at the station yesterday. I felt the cold air hit my lungs, I had to turn the other way. They say the memory fades with time, like a photograph in the heat, but you're as sharp as broken glass beneath my tired feet. I try to strike a match just to prove that I'm alone, but your silence has a gravity that pulls me to the bone. You're the shadow that won't leave, the dark that won't depart, a stain across the floorboards and a weight across my heart. I can run into the morning, I can hide beneath the rain, but you're tethered to my footsteps, a phantom in the vein. Everybody else moved on, they're walking in the sun, but I'm still haunted by the ghost of what we could have become. Yeah, you're the shadow that don't leave. Other loves were flickering flames, they died out in the breeze, but you're the wall I'm hitting, you're the shaking in my knees. I don't need a candle, I don't need the moon to feel you hanging heavy in the middle of the no matter how I pray, the sun is coming up, but you never fade away. You're right behind me, still right behind me. The only thing I kept, the shadow that don't leave. found a box behind the winter coats today, full of moments that I couldn't throw away. The glossy paper is starting to curl at the edge, like the dying ivy on our windowsill ledge. You're laughing at something I've long since forgot, a version of us that the camera caught before the silence grew like a wall in between. Before we became a ghost in the machine, my thumb traces the line of your jaw in the light. It's the only way I get to touch you tonight. If I stare long enough, does the memory breathe? Or am I just begging a ghost not to leave? Now I'm living in these pictures of you in the high definition of a love we once knew. Every frame is a heartbeat, every smile is alive, because the girl in the photo never said goodbye. I'm color grading shadows just to feel a little spark, but these pictures of you only leave me in the dark. There's one of us standing by the edge of the pier. The ocean was cold, but I felt no fear. You had your hand tucked inside of my palm. The world was a storm, but you were the calm. Now I look at your eyes and I search for a sign of the moment you decided you were mine. It's a frozen religion, a shrine on the floor of a man and a woman who don't live here no more. Now I'm living in these pictures of you in the high definition of a love we once knew. Every frame is a heartbeat, every smile is alive, because the girl in the photo never said goodbye. I'm color grading shadows just to feel a little spark, but these pictures of you only leave me in the dark. I could burn everyone, I could tear them to shreds, I could clear out the visions inside of my head. But even if I turned every memory to black, the holes in the frames wouldn't bring you just a 4x6 world where you're still by my side, where the ink hasn't bled and the love hasn't died. I'll put them back in the box, keep them under the bed, while I try to forget every word that we said. Just pictures of you, still beautiful, still blue. I checked the watch you gave me, but the gears have gone to sleep. I guess some promises are just too heavy roots to keep. We used to talk about the porch where we'd sit at 85, watching children's children keep our legacy alive. But the map we drew together has been folded up and torn, and I'm standing in the wreckage just vanish in a breath, leaving nothing but a quiet that feels a lot like death. We built a cathedral out of always and true, but the glass started breaking the moment I lost you. Now the altar is empty and the candles have burned to a lesson in lonely I never should have learned. So this is what the end of forever looks like: a cold empty house and a ghost on a bike. It's the never again and the once upon a time. It's the mountain we promised we'd both finally climb. I'm staring at the horizon where the sky meets the sea. At the edge of the world where you stopped being we. It's a long way to fall from a dream in the sky to the end of forever and a final goodbye. The ink is dry on the papers that say we're legally apart, but there's no official witness for the breaking of a heart. I see the space on your finger where the gold used to shine, and I can't stop looking at the hollow space on mine. I'm packing up the future into cardboard boxes now, trying to remember how to make a sacred vow. Every I love you is a debt I can't repay, as I watch our eternity just crumble into gray. So this is what the end of forever looks like: a cold empty house and a ghost on a bike. It's the never again and the once upon a time. It's the mountain we promised we'd both finally climb. I'm staring at the horizon where the sky meets the sea. At the edge of the world where you stopped being we. It's a long way to fall from a dream in the sky to the end of forever and a final goodbye. Forever's a word for the young and the brave, for the ones who don't know about the depth of the grave. We were gonna be different, we were gonna be gold, but now I'm just after and you're just told. The clock on the wall, it just won't reset. I'm stuck in the sunset of things we'll regret. One more mile, one more tear. The end of forever is finally here. Just a quiet goodnight. Remains inside. Driveway's got a desert, I feel all cracked and dry and wide. I'm sitting in the driver's seat with nowhere left to hide. Your keys are on the counter, right beside the grocery list. It's a funny kind of torture, counting all the things I'll miss. I didn't pack the radio, I didn't take the rug. I just took the heavy silence in the memory of your hug. I'm looking in the rear view at the house we called a home, watching it turn back into just wood and glass and stone. I've walked out of this door 1,000 times before to buy some milk or mail a letter at the store, but my feet feel like lead on the gravel today. 'Cause this is the time I don't turn the car round the other way. This isn't a see you later, this isn't a call me soon. It's the sun going down on a cold afternoon. I'm burning the bridge while I'm standing on the edge, tearing up the garden and the overgrown hedge. It's a long, lonely highway and the engine's misunderstood, but I'm closing the chapter and I'm dropping the hood. No more maybe tomorrow, no more wish we could. This is the sound of me leaving for good. I passed the park where we first met, but I didn't even blink. I'm trying not to let my heart find the time to think about the way you look when you're waking up at 10, or how I'll never hear you say my name like that again. The suitcase in the back is full of clothes I'll never wear, because they still smell like your laundry and the way you styled your hair. I'm driving toward a sunset that I'll have to watch alone, deleting every picture from the memory of my phone. This isn't a see you later, this isn't a call me soon. It's the sun going down on a cold afternoon. I'm burning the bridge while I'm standing on the edge, tearing up the garden, the overgrown hedge. It's a long, Coffee's cold, the steam is gone, just like the spark we leaned upon. I'm tracing circles on the wood where all your promises once stood. You're packing boxes in the hall, the echoes bounce from wall to wall. I'm searching for a reason why, but the truth is heavy in your eye. The clock is ticking like a heart on fire, burning down our last desire. And every breath feels like a choice to lose the memory of your voice. So let the silence take the room in this garden where nothing moves. I'm holding back what I should say as you turn and walk away. I thought we had 1,000 pages left, but now I'm gasping short of breath. The hardest part of moving on is that the rest word said is gone. I see your keys there by the door. You don't belong here anymore. The space you left is wide and deep, a secret that I'll have to keep. I wanna scream, I wanna fight to keep you here just one more night, but your shadow's stretching toward the street, and my surrender's complete. If I could rewrite the final line, I'd tell you that I'm doing fine, but I'm a ghost inside these clothes. How it ends, nobody knows. Just a period at the end of us turning everything to dust. So let the silence take the room in this garden where nothing blooms. I'm holding back what I should say as you turn and walk away. I thought we had 1,000 pages left, but now I'm gasping short of breath. The hardest part of moving on is that the last word said and is gone. The door clicks shut, the air goes still. I didn't speak, I never will. The last word wasn't mine to keep. Gone. photographs are silver lined and dusty, in a house that's grown too quiet for its size. The air in here is heavy, thick and rusty, reflected in the hollow of my eyes. I'm learning how to sit inside the winter, to let the frost just settle on my skin. Every memory is a tiny wooden splinter that I'm finally stopped from pulling out again. I used to run until my lungs were screaming, trying to outpace the ghost of you. But tonight the moonlight's softly streaming, and there's nothing left for me to do. There's a peace in the middle of the breaking, a quiet at the center of the storm. Though my hands and my heavy heart are shaking, the cold is starting to feel almost warm. I'm letting go of the why and the forever, accepting that the scars are here to stay. There's a strange and a holy kind of tether to the peace in the pain of losing you this way. The kitchen clock is ticking like a blessing, counting down the hours I survived. I'm done with all the searching and the guessing. I'm just grateful that I made it out alive. I don't need the answers or the healing to happen in a single sudden spark. There's a beauty in the numbness and the feeling of walking very slowly through the dark. It's not the happy ending that I wanted. It's not the sun breaking through the gray. It's just the ghost of us no longer feeling haunted. It's just the strength to let the sadness stay. There's a peace in the middle of the breaking, a quiet at the center of the storm. Though my hands and my heavy heart are shaking, the cold is starting to feel almost warm. I'm letting go of the why and the forever, accepting that the scars are here to stay. There's a strange and a holy kind of tether to the peace in the pain of losing you this way. So I'll sit here in the wreckage for a while, until the ache feels like a friend I used to know. I'll find the grace inside this lonely mile, and find the peace in letting you go. Just peace in the pain. The margins filled with things we never said. Our fire's nothing but a dying vapor, and I'm tired of the war inside my head. looking at the photo on the nightstand, a frozen breath from 3 short years ago. I'm trying hard to find a place to light land, but the wind is screaming that it's time to go. We've been reading through the chapters far too long, singing every word of a broken song. But the spine is cracked and the glue is giving way. There isn't any dialogue left to say. So I'm folding down the corner of the sheet, ending where the bitter and the sweet finally collide and leave us hollow, with a path that neither one of us can follow. It's a heavy hand that lays the pen aside, with nowhere left for two ghosts to hide. I didn't want to finish, but I've turned the stage and left my heart on the final page. The house is full of boxes and I'm sorry, stacked up like the secrets we both kept. I'm moving through 1,000 what-if stories, in the very spot where you and I once slept. There's no use in a rewrite or a sequel. The characters are changed beyond repair. Love was never meant to be this lethal, or leave this much silence in the air. They say that every ending starts a new beginning, but it feels like I'm the only one who's losing, while the world keeps on spinning. I'm just an epilogue you're quickly moving through, just a name in a book that once belonged to you. So I'm folding down the corner of the sheet, ending where the bitter and the sweet finally collide and leave us hollow, with a path that neither one of us can follow. It's a heavy hand that lays the pen aside, with nowhere left for two ghosts to hide. I didn't want to finish, but I've turned the stage and left my heart on the final page. The story's done, the cover's closed. The parts of me only you had known are written down in a book I'll never read again. The end. porch lights flickering out on the drive. A little less light since you arrived to gather the ghost of what we used to be and leave the rest of the wreckage to me. I started to reach for your hand in the dark, but I caught myself before I felt the spark. 'Cause a fire that's dying just wants to go out, and I'm tired of living in the shadow of doubt. I used to hold on until my knuckles went white, begging for mercy, praying for light, but the rope is frayed and my palms are torn, and I can't keep waiting for a different morn. So I'll let it be, let it fall, let it break. I'm giving up everything I couldn't take. I'm opening my hands, I'm setting it free. The version of you and the version of me. It's a quiet surrender, white flag in a lane. A soft amen to the end of the pain. If it's meant to be over, then I'll agree to finally let it be. The silence is loud in the hall by your room, where the flowers we planted forgot how to bloom. I could give you a reason, I could give you a plea, but that's just a cage where you don't wanna be. There's a strange kind of mercy in watching you leave and stopping the lies that I used to believe, that we could be fixed if I just tried enough. But love isn't always about being tough. It's not a defeat and it's not a mistake. It's just the natural bend before the break. I'm letting the gravity take what it will until my world is finally still. So I'll let it be, let it fall, let it break. I'm giving up everything I couldn't take. I'm opening my hands, I'm setting it free. The version of you and the version of me. It's a quiet joy, white flag in the pain. A soft amen to the end of the pain. If it's meant to be over, then I'll agree to finally let it be. No more fighting the tide, no more nowhere to hide. Just the wind in the trees, and me on my knees, letting it be, let it be, let it go. I remember when the quiet felt like safety, like a secret kept between your skin and mine. We didn't need the words to keep us steady. We were reading all the gaps between the lines. But the air's turned a different shade of heavy. us we used to be is losing light. Now the hush that used to feel so sweet and ready is the monster sleeping in our bed tonight. I'm loud inside my head just to stay awake, counting every breath that I'm forced to take. I look across the table and I see the ghost of the person that I used to love the most. And the silence is getting older every day, growing gray and bitter in the things we don't say. So all we didn't build, but we're trapped behind a cold and hollow echo of a life we can't find. It used to be a comfort, now it's just a scream, ripping through the fabric of a dying dream. It's heavy, it's cold, and it's colder than a shoulder. Yeah, our silence is just getting older. The clock upon the mantle is a hammer, pounding out the seconds of the life we've lost. I'm searching for a spark, a tiny stammer, anything to justify the lonely cost. You're staring at your phone like it's a lifeline. I'm staring at the patterns on the floor, searching for the exit or a road sign to tell me what we're even waiting for. And the silence is getting older every day, growing gray and bitter in the things we don't say. So all we didn't build, but we're trapped behind a cold and hollow echo of a life we can't find. It used to be a comfort, now it's just a scream, ripping through the fabric of a dying dream. It's heavy, it's cold, and it's colder than a shoulder. Yeah, our silence is just getting older. Speak to me, break it, just throw a glass down. Anything's better than this ghost town sound. Call me a liar, or tell me we're through. Just don't let the silence stay between me and you. It's stone echoes now. It's got a weary face. It's taking over every corner of this place. It's an anniversary of words we didn't use, the only thing left for us to lose. Yeah, it's getting older, and we're just getting cold. The silence is the only thing we've got to hold. still set the table for two out of habit. Then I catch my breath when I see the empty chair. There's a silence in the hallway where your laughter used to be, and a weight inside my chest that's getting hard to bear. I try to keep the windows closed to hold on to your scent, but the seasons change and the memories start to fade. I'm living in a house that's now a monument to every single promise that we ever made. Now there's one less shadow dancing on the wall, one less set of footsteps in the hall. The clock is ticking louder, but the time is standing still. I'm trying to move on, but I don't know if I will. The world keeps turning, but my world's gone gray since the part of me that loved you went away. It's a heavy kind of quiet, a rhythm ripped apart, just the hollow, lonely thumping of one less heartbeat. I saw your favorite jacket at the back of the shelf, and for a second I forgot that you were gone. I reached out to touch it, then I remembered myself and how the nights are getting colder at the dawn. I'm learning how to breathe without your air in the room, how to speak without your name on my tongue. But every happy ending feels like a kind of doom when I'm still singing songs we should have sung. 'Cause there's one less shadow, one less dancing on the wall, one less set of footsteps in the hall. The clock is ticking louder, but the time is standing still. I'm trying to move on, but I don't know if I will. The world keeps turning, but my world's gone gray since the part of me that loved you went away. It's a heavy kind of quiet, I turned the light out hours ago to find some peace in the dark, but I can still see your outline, like a brand, like a permanent mark. I changed the sheets and I moved the bed to the other side of the room, but there's a shape in the corner that won't stop feeding on the gloom. I went out to the city, tried to lose myself in the crowd, but your name is a whisper that somehow stays too loud. The sun goes down, but the sun is a liar. It doesn't take the ghost away when the day expires. Most things vanish when the candles burn out low, but you're the only silhouette that won't let go. You're the shadow that won't leave, the dark that won't depart, a stain across the floorboards and a weight across my heart. I can run into the morning, I can hide beneath the rain, but you're tethered to my footsteps, a phantom in the vein. Everybody else moved on, they're walking in the sun, but I'm still haunted by the ghost of what we could have become. Yeah, you're the shadow that don't leave. I saw a coat that looked like yours at the station yesterday. I felt the cold air hit my lungs, I had to turn the other way. They say the memory fades with time, like a photograph in the heat, but you're as sharp as broken glass beneath my tired feet. I try to strike a match just to prove that I'm alone, but your silence has a gravity that pulls me to the bone. You're the shadow that won't leave, the dark that won't depart, a stain across the floorboards and a weight box behind the winter coats today, full of moments that I couldn't throw away. The glossy paper's starting to curl at the edge, like the dying ivy on our windowsill ledge. You're laughing at something I've long since forgot, a version of us that the camera caught before the silence grew like a wall in between, before we became a ghost in the machine. To leave. Now I'm living in these pictures of you, in the high definition of a love we once knew. Every frame is a heartbeat, every smile is a lie, because the girl in the photo never said goodbye. I'm color grading shadows just to feel a little spark, but these pictures of you only leave me in the dark. There's one of us standing by the edge of the pier. The ocean was cold, but I felt no fear. You had your hand tucked inside of my palm. The world was a storm, but you were the calm. Now I look at your eyes and I search for a sign of the moment you decided you were mine. It's a frozen religion, a shrine on the floor of a man and a woman who don't live here no more. Now I'm living in these pictures of you, in the high definition of a love we once knew. Every frame is a heartbeat, every smile is a lie, because the girl in the photo never said goodbye. I'm color grading shadows just to feel a little spark, but these pictures of you only leave me in the dark. I could burn everyone and I could tear them to shreds. I could clear out the visions inside of my head, but even if I turned every memory to black, the holes in the frames wouldn't bring you back. Just to feel a sixth world where you're still by my side, where the ink hasn't bled and the love hasn't died. I'll put them back in the box, keep them under the bed, while I try to forget every word that we said. Just pictures of you, still beautiful, still blue. I checked the watch you gave me, but the gears have gone to sleep. I guess some promises are just too heavy roots to keep. We used to talk about the porch where we'd sit at 85, watching children's children keep our legacy alive. But the map we drew together has been folded up and torn, and I'm standing in the wreckage of the life that won't be born. It's funny how can just vanish in a breath, leaving nothing but a quiet that feels a lot like death. We built a cathedral out of always and true, but the glass started breaking the moment I lost you. Now the altar is empty and the candles have burned to a lesson in lonely I never should have learned. So this is what the end of forever looks like. A cold empty house and a ghost on a bike. It's the matter again in the once upon a time. It's the mountain we promised we both finally climbed. I'm staring at the horizon where the sky meets the sea, at the edge of the world where you stop being we. It's a long way to fall from a dream in the sky to the end of forever, and a final goodbye. The ink is dry on the papers that say we're legally apart, but there's no official witness for the breaking of a heart. I see the space on your finger where the gold used to shine, and I can't stop looking at the hollow space on mine. I'm packing up the future into cardboard boxes now, trying to remember how to break a sacred vow. Every I love you is a debt I can't repay, as I watch our eternity just crumble into gray. So this is what the end of forever looks like. A cold empty house and a ghost on a bike. It's the never again in the once upon a time. It's the mountain we promised we both finally climbed. I'm staring at the horizon where the sky meets the sea, at the edge of the world where you stop being a we. It's a long way to fall from a dream in the sky to the end of forever, and a final goodbye. Forever's a word for the young and the brave, for the ones who don't know about the death of the grave. We were gonna be different, we were gonna be gold, but now I'm just after, and you're just told. The clock on the wall, it just won't reset. I'm stuck in the sunset of things we'll regret. just a quiet goodnight. No more forever in sight. The driveway's got a desert feel, all cracked and dry and wide. I'm sitting in the driver's seat with nowhere left to hide. Your keys are on the counter, right beside the grocery list. It's a funny kind of torture, counting all the things I'll miss. I didn't pack the radio, I didn't take the rug. I just took the heavy silence and the memory of your hug. I'm looking in the rear view at the house we called a home, watching it turn back into just wood and glass and stone. I've walked out of this door 1,000 times before to buy some milk or mail a letter at the store, but my feet feel like lead on the gravel today, 'cause this is the time I don't turn the car around the other way. This isn't a see me later, this isn't a call me soon. It's the sun going down on a cold afternoon. I'm burning the bridge while I'm standing on the edge, tearing up the garden and the overgrown hedge. It's a lonely highway and the engine's misunderstood, but I'm closing the chapter and I'm dropping the hood. No more maybe tomorrow, no more wish we could. This is the sound of me leaving for good. I passed the park where we first met, but I didn't even blink. I'm trying not to let my heart find the time to think about the way you look when you're waking up at 10, or how I'll never hear you say my name like that again. The suitcase in the back is full of clothes I'll never wear because they still smell like your laundry and the way you styled your hair. I'm driving toward a sunset that I'll have to watch alone, deleting every picture from the memory of my phone. This isn't a see you later, this isn't a call me soon. It's the sun going down on a cold afternoon. I'm burning the bridge while I'm standing on the edge, tearing up the garden and the overgrown hedge. It's a long, lonely highway and the engine's misunderstood, but I'm closing the chapter and I'm dropping the hood. No more maybe tomorrow, no more wish we could. This is the sound of me leaving for good. The state line is a ribbon that I'm cutting with my tires, leaving all the idle lies and all the armor liars behind me in the dust, where the ghosts can have their say. I'm 100 miles gone and a lifetime away. Goodbye to the porch light, but goodbye to the neighborhood. I'm finally gone, leaving for good. Leaving for good. The coffee's cold, the steam is gone, just like the spark we leaned upon. I'm tracing circles on the wood where all your promises once stood. You're packing boxes in the hall, the echoes bounce from wall to wall. I'm searching for a reason why, but the truth is heavy in your eye. The clock is ticking like a heart on fire, burning down a last desire. And every breath feels like a choice to lose the memory of your voice. So let the silence take the room in this garden where nothing blooms. I'm holding back what I should say as you turn and walk away. I thought we had 1,000 pages left, but now I'm gasping short of breath. The hardest part of moving on is that the last word said is gone. I see your keys there by the door. You don't belong here anymore. The space you left is wide and deep, a secret that I'll have to keep. I wanna scream, I wanna fight to keep you here just one more night, but your shadow's stretching toward the street, and my surrender is complete. If I could rewrite the final line, I'd tell you that I'm doing fine, but I'm a ghost inside these clothes. How it ends, nobody knows. Just a period at the end of us, turning everything to dust. So let the silence take the room in this garden where nothing blooms. I'm holding back what I should say as you turn and walk away. I thought we had 1,000 pages left, but now I'm gasping short of breath. The hardest part of moving on is that the last word said is gone. The door clicks shut, the air goes still. I didn't speak, I never will. The last word wasn't mine to keep. The photographs are silver lined and dusty, in a house that's grown too quiet for its size. The air in here is heavy, thick and rusty, reflected in the hollow of my eyes. I'm learning how to sit inside the winter, to let the frost just settle on my skin. Every memory is a tiny wooden splinter that I'm finally stopped from pulling out again. I used to run until my lungs were screaming, trying to outpace the ghost of you. But tonight the moonlight's softly streaming, and there's nothing left for me to do. There's a peace in the middle of the breaking, a quiet at the center of the storm. Though my hands and my heavy heart are shaking, the cold is starting to feel almost warm. I'm letting go of the why and the forever, accepting that the scars are here to stay. There's a strange and a holy kind of tether to the peace in the pain of losing you this way. The kitchen clock is ticking like a blessing, counting down the hours I survived. I'm done with all the searching and the guessing. I'm just grateful that I made it out alive. I don't need the answers or the healing to happen in a single sudden spark. There's a beauty in the numbness and the feeling of walking very slowly through the dark. It's not the happy ending that I wanted. It's not the sun breaking through the gray. It's just the ghost of us no longer So I'll sit here in the wreckage for a while, until the ache feels like a friend I used to know. I'll find the grace inside this lonely mile, and find the peace in letting you go. Just peace in the pain. The ink is running dry against the paper, the margins filled with things we never said. Our fire's nothing but a dying vapor, and I'm tired of the war inside my head. I'm looking at the photo on the nightstand, a frozen breath from 3 short years ago. I'm trying hard to find a place to light land, but the wind is screaming that it's time to go. We've been reading through the chapters far too long, singing every word of a broken song. But the spine is cracked and the glue is giving way. There isn't any dialogue left to say. So I'm folding down the corner of the sheet, ending where the bitter and the sweet finally collide and leave us hollow, with a path that neither one of us can follow. It's a heavy hand that lays the pen aside, with nowhere left for 2 ghosts to hide. I didn't want to finish, but I've turned the stage and left my heart on the final page. The house is full of boxes and I'm sorry's, stacked up like the secrets we both kept. I'm moving through 1,000 what-if stories in the very spot where you and I once slept. There's no use in a rewrite or a sequel. The characters have changed beyond repair. Love was never meant to be this lethal, or leave this much silence in the air. They say that every ending starts a new beginning, but it feels like I'm the only one who's losing while the world keeps on spinning. I'm just an epilogue you're quickly moving through, just a name in a book that once belonged to you. a heavy hand and lays the pen aside, with nowhere left for two ghosts to hide. I didn't want to finish, but I've turned the stage and left my heart on the final page. The story's done, the cover's closed, the parts of me only you had known are written down in a book I'll never read again. The end. Porch lights flickering out on the drive, a little less light since you arrived, to gather the ghost of what we used to be, and leave the rest of the wreckage to me. I started to reach for your hand in the dark, but I caught myself before I felt the spark. 'Cause the fire that's dying just wants to go out, and I'm tired of living in the shadow of doubt. I used to hold on till my knuckles went white, begging for mercy, praying for light. But the rope is frayed and my palms are torn, and I can't keep waiting for a different morn. So I'll let it be, let it fall, let it break. I'm giving up everything I couldn't take. I'm opening my hands, I'm setting it free. The version of you and the version of me. It's a quiet surrender, a white flag in the rain, a soft amen to the end of the pain. If it's meant to be over, then I'll agree to finally let it be. The silence is loud in the hall by your room, where the flowers we planted forgot how to bloom. I could give you reasons, I could give you a plea, but that's just a cage where you don't wanna be. There's a strange kind of mercy in watching you leave, and stopping the lies that I used to believe, that we could be fixed if I just tried enough. But love isn't all